All right, Algebra 1 or 2 or Algebra B. This topic shows up so many places. Let's see here. We're talking to exponential functions. We're using the rule of 4. So before we begin this example, please pause the video and get here. Fold the paper the way I showed you and then label each section. Okay, so we're here now. We're all in the same place. Now, let's say we are given some information. I'm gonna give you a piece of information and then you're gonna try and decode the rest. So if I said that, let's say I start with the initial, the written description. What if I say the initial amount is 1 and the growth factor is 3. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause the video and fill out as much as you can with this. Then we'll come back and go over it. So pause and do. All right, Algebra, if you are back, that is because you have actually filled this out. So let's go through it, huh? If my initial amount is 1 and my growth factor is 3, what that tells me is that A equals 1 and B equals 3. And if that's true, my equation, which is always in the form of y equals A times B to the x, will be y equals 1 times 3 to the x. Sometimes we see that written sort of in a simplified form as just y equals 3 to the x. But if you see it like that, then the initial amount, A, is hidden. So I like to think of it like this. I wouldn't take points off for that, though. All right, now from here, what feels natural to me is to go to a table. Maybe you went to a table first. Maybe you went to a table last. I don't know. Maybe you filled out different values in your table, starting in a different place. That's okay. Let's see if our tables match up though. So if my initial amount, I'm going to start here with my initial amount. That might seem counterintuitive, but my initial amount is 1 and my growth factor is 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then back 1. So I can see what happens on the other side of the y-axis. That's helpful for me in plotting points. So if my growth factor is 3, that means every time I move along my table, I'm going to multiply by 3. So I have 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. So notice we're going up by a factor of 3 each time. And if I want to go backwards, I'm going to have to go down by a factor of 3. I'm going to have to divide by 3. I'll say 1/3. Now, when I graph this, x, y, I'm probably not going to get up to 27. So I might just go these values, 1, 2, 0, and -1. And I'll make sure I get all the way up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 2, 9, 1, 3, 0, 1, my initial amount. And this one's hard to graph. -1, 1/3. You just have to estimate it. Doesn't have to be perfect. But because I know what the general shape should be, I can fill in the rest. There we have it. We'll move on to another example. Maybe we'll start table first.